Hi, friends, my fellow dandelions. Oh, life needs to slow down just a bit for me right now. You know, it's hard to remember. There were some days I would just sit here twiddling my thumbs looking for something to do or get into, some trouble to get into, like a house project. And now it seems like every day is, blah. Um, the house buying and selling is going along fine. We are going to close on this house Friday. So as of Friday, this will not be my house anymore. It's kind of weird. Um, Now we are going to still live here for a few days. We're going to rent our own house back from the buyer, which I appreciate. He's graciously allowing us to do that while we're trying to close on the new house. So anyway, everything's packed up. We got some heavy lifting to do once we get the U-Haul truck. And y'all, my strength is not what it used to be. So I hope my husband, who's a little younger than I am, I hope he can be like Hercules with that couch, because I don't see, I'll carry a cushion out. We have a young buck of a neighbor next door. I think we're going to tap him. Y'all, I found this. I'm going to stay on the parent-child estrangement because through your comments, you told me that you're really interested in that. And I don't want to dwell on it. I want to help you reach a point where you're at peace. You know, you go through the heartbreak, and at some point, you have to have some peace about it, value your own life, and look towards the future. So I don't know what stage all of you are in. You know, this will be 19 years this year that my daughter cut us off. So I've had a long time just to, okay, this is my life. Yeah, I miss her. If I sit around and dwell on it, I'll cry right now. I miss her. We were best friends until somebody else came along, changed the trajectory. Had I known she would be that easily manipulated, I would have started reinforcing some values and beliefs along family and mother a lot sooner. I would have brainwashed her before he got to brainwash her. How about that? Anyway, I saw this and I wanted to share it with you. This person said, and then I've got something to back it up. One thing I hear over and over from parents of estranged adult children is how often they reach out with their hearts wide open, ready to forget all the horrible behavior and offer only understanding and love. And repeatedly, this is met with vile accusations, silent treatment, and yet another hurdle the parent must jump to be worthy of the crumbs left on the ground. Parents, if this is your life, please know it's okay to stop offering endless understanding. It's okay to not put your head on the chopping block again. It's okay to give them space, and I'm going to say give yourself space. It's okay to give them space so life can help them learn without placing yourself in constant turmoil. Instead, call a friend or make a new friend. Start remembering that incredible person you were before someone you loved so much broke your heart. I think about that. Who was I before I had children? I was a good person in the world, decent, had a great life. And then I had those kids. They weren't all they were cracked up to be, you know? You bring them home from the hospital and they got them all dressed and they're, you know, you're so proud of them and this is our baby and, you know, every little thing they do, grab your finger, the first smile. I mean, we're just enthralled with this little human being that grows up and sticks a dagger in your heart. Not all of them. This meme says, you don't owe endless understanding to an adult child who offers you none. And we've been saying that all along. A relationship takes two. You can't force it. You can't beg it. You can beg it. You're not going to get anywhere. It has to be two willing people. And if they're not willing, I'm sorry. You got nowhere to go. You have got to settle in and start closing that door. Now, you don't have to slam it shut and lock it and bolt it. You can leave it ajar. I have a good friend who has spent thousands on his daughter. Her husband was unemployed. I mean, he supported them through her having a baby in the middle of all that. I mean, he has given and given and given. And she has two young grandsons. And now she's cut him off. What? This man has one of the kindest hearts I know. He's a Christian. He raised them in church. I think I've told you before, the daughter tells him he was a bad father because he worked too much when she was growing up. You know, when you are young and you have your children, that's when you are working. You're trying to establish a life. You're trying to raise children and keep food on the table. What an ignorant thing to say. But I think it's coming from her husband. And I cannot overstress the importance of the spouse, the spousal influence. I suspect that her husband is jealous of the attention my friend gives to those grandsons and the way the grandsons respond to another male. They're excited when Pawpaw comes. He FaceTimed them and all that, and and I think Daddy didn't like it. And so now all of a sudden he's cut off. He sees on social media, one of them had a birthday recently. He can still see social media, the party, everybody there except him. And his own daughter posted, we had a great birthday party and all the people who love this child, she said the name, were here. Can you twist that knife any harder? How ungrateful is she? My friend purchased all of their Christmas. He spent so much money on the boys and the adults to help them along. They need a car, and I said, don't you buy them a car. Don't you do it. Don't. Because that's his first inclination, is to want to help. I said, don't you do it. You'll make yourself a doormat. He said he agreed with me. We'll see. Listen, I want to leave you with a Bible verse. It's Proverbs 4:23. It says, above all else, guard your heart. Now in the Bible, it might be meaning guard your heart against the evil in the world. Guard your heart so that you are fully in the Lord. But you can guard your heart to protect your peace while you're living your life. And our days are numbered. Let me tell you, when we went to the epic Elvis Presley in concert movie, and everybody there, the advertisement before the movie came on was about the rock opera Tommy. I mentioned this on my other channel. Tommy came out in 1975. I was 15 when I saw that. 15. It's been 50 years, right? This will be the 51st year. And I looked around at all the gray heads in the Elvis theater. We were all teenagers when that movie, Rock Opera Tommy, came out. We were all teenagers. And now look, everybody here, gray-headed. We're lucky if we have 15 years left of our life. That's how fast it goes. And sister, I'm not wasting the last 15 years of my life crying over somebody who does not give me the time of day. I can't. Yes, I gave birth to this person. We share DNA. I did the best I could. I was a good mother. In spite of being young and dumb, I was a good mother. I'm not going to give the rest of my life to wallow in that, to feel sorrow for that. Pray every day. Pray every day that she comes back and we can see each other before this life is over. But this life isn't over, and let's go live it. Guard your heart. Check you the next time.